We're on. Hello everybody, we are here tonight in our casa, and we told you guys that we were going to answer some questions for our fans Facebook, and we have the questions over here, and Trent and I from our Up Challenge are going to be answering your questions, and we got over 20 something questions, so we're going to try to answer at least 10 of them. We don't want this to be too long, so let's start with the first question, and this is from Martin Alexanderson. And Martin is asking, what is my favorite leg exercises in the gym? Well, for me, my favorite exercises are the leg press and the squat, because to me those exercises are complete for your legs, especially starting with the leg press. You know, the leg press is a compound movement. You're using two joints. You're using your hips and your knees. The leg press also is good because it's not only working on your quads, it works your glutes, your hamstrings. It's a complete exercise. And it's also exercises that protect your knees, and you can do a variation on how you position your feet, and you can target different areas of your leg muscles. So that's one of my favorite exercises, especially for if you want to build your front thighs, your glutes, your hamstrings, and you cannot go wrong with using the leg press. Another exercise that is also very good that I love to use is squats as well. Again, another compound exercise because it's a multi-joint. It's great to shape your glutes. You're using not only your legs, but also when you're using a squat, when you're doing squats, you remember you have to make sure that you're using your core. You have to keep everything nice and tight. It's like you're using every single muscle of your body because of the position that you have to make sure that you have that good form. One of the things that I recommend is that always make sure that you learn how to do squats. If you're going to use a machine, if you're going to use free weight, if you're doing a squat and you're using a barbell, you want to make sure that you learn how to use this exercise properly, because you don't want your knees to go over your toes. You want to make sure that you get good instruction before you're doing those exercises. I mean, you can do squats without weights. You can do just practice on doing these exercises. Free weight squats. Is that right? Mm-hmm. You want to add anything on those?
I know when we design her programs for exercises, she's not so much more bodybuilding, but we do a lot of plyometrics, a lot of box jumps for what she does in fitness. So depending on, I think you have to take what sport you're in, or if you're doing it for bodybuilding, for muscle mass, whatever it is. Of course, squats is going to be a full body exercise. It's going to give you the hormonal output of testosterone as well as growth hormone. You're using every single muscle in your body to stabilize that weight. So squats is definitely my number one leg exercise when I design programs, and then leg press would be more of a shaping exercise because I can place my feet different angles and hit different areas of the quad, or if I want to put my legs higher, I can hit the hamstrings and glutes. So she's spot on those. The only thing I would add is box jumps are awesome, just because of the explosiveness, and you're hitting those fast twitch muscle fibers, which are your growth fibers.
And a good thing about squats also is it helps you to burn fat, and also it's a good build for strength as well. So add those exercises. Those are my favorite one in the gym. And another one that I love is walking lunges. I mean, I think walking lunges are one of those exercises that, again, is targeting the whole leg muscle. So, and especially for us women, we love this nice glute squat. It helps a lot with the glutes. Walking lunges as well. It's a whole leg exercise that is gonna touch every single little part of those beautiful legs. So we're gonna go to the next question now, and I'm gonna let Trent answer that one. The next question was what was the best way to build your quads if you have bad knees from sports? Mallory says that she has a hard time because of her knees, and by the time she does the first exercise, her first set, I don't know if it's the knees or the quads that she said that they're burning.
Yeah, so basically, Mallory, I'm not a doctor, but I would definitely have your knees checked out by a doctor if you have not already. Make sure there's no meniscus tears in there or anything else, because I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with your knees. If it's just they're cracking or they just hurt, there's ways around that, as far as wrapping your knees when you do stuff, or staying away from exercises that are hurting those. If it's an exercise that causes you pain, I wouldn't do it. So my answer to that question, I would not give you an exercise to go and do until I knew fully what was wrong with your knees, because I don't want you to set yourself up for disaster and end up hurting yourself. I don't think that your knees would be burning. If it's your quads burning, that would just be your lactic acid buildup, and that might be caused by muscle conditioning. But I would definitely go get yourself checked out, or if you could please write us back, and if you do have an ailment, I'll do research on the ailment and get back to you as far as what exercises I think that you could use to build up your quads. But the knee joint is to build the quads. Of course, we're going to have to use the knee joint in flexion and extension. So give us some more information on that one, and I will definitely come back with a better answer for you.
And then one other thing about that is you have to make sure that you are warming up, you're stretching, and that you have to check if that you are doing exercises also for your hamstrings as well, because it can be that your hamstrings are weak, and that is causing also some of the knee problems that you're having. And like Trent said, I will go first of all to a professional, and you can go to a sport medicine doctor and get a checkup, and if you need to do some sort of therapy to help you to rebuild that knee joint, whatever it is, make sure that those muscles are stronger around your knee, because when I was coming from my injury, I had to do a lot of exercises just to build those the muscles around your knee, just to make your knee stronger.
Stabilizers.
It's that stabilizer. Thank you. So moving on to the next question. This is just from Diana Harris, and she's asking, is exercising above 100% of maximum heart rate is harmful?
Okay, so maximum heart rate is usually taken from 220 minus your age. That's a thing that the medical community put on just for safe standards, in a way for it to be judged upon everybody. That does not take into effect your fitness level. I guarantee you Lance Armstrong or a higher endurance athlete is going to have a higher maximum heart rate. I know if I'm 30 years old, so my maximum heart rate would be 190. There's times my heart rate will get up to 210. Does it stay at that level? No. And would I advise somebody to stay at a high above your maximum heart rate for a long period of time? No. But if we're doing sprints, or we're doing bleachers, or even on squats, a heavy exercise, your heart rate is going to get above your maximum heart rate. And it's just, you don't want to keep it above that for a prolonged period of time. You also, whenever you're doing any kind of high intensity exercise, want to make sure that you cool down properly. That way we don't have any kind of blood pooling in our hearts or anything like that. People that I see people in the gym all the time doing sprints on the treadmill, they get off and just walk out the door. You need to make sure you're properly cooling down. But to answer your question, no, it's not harmful for you to go above your maximum heart rate. Our heart is a muscle, so it does need to be worked. And same way you train your legs past failure, past fatigue, or any other body parts, the same thing with your heart. It's just one of those things where you don't want to keep it above that elevated for a prolonged period of time.
Going to the next questions here is from La Petite Jen, and she says that she's about to enter her first fitness competition 1 month before turning 39, and she have no gymnastics background. However, she's looking at this as a challenge for herself, and her dream is my dreams and my self-esteem. It's just something it's a challenge for her. I know that you said that your coach is confident in you, but you kind of are doubting that. There's no age limit in what you can do. I would say, just go for it. Trust your coach. If they believe in you, you have to believe in yourself. You can do this. Don't put age as a limit of what you want to do. All it takes is a lot hard work. If you have passion about doing this, just do it. Don't think that because you're 39 years old, that's gonna be a factor. There's no limit in what you can, for you to reach for the sky. Just gotta do it. So 39 is nothing. Challenge yourself. I mean, I'm 40 years old and I'm still going. I love competing, and like you said, it's a challenge. And once you accomplish that and you get up there and you get to do that fitness routine, you're gonna feel amazing about yourself that you got to that. You got yourself from that station. You did it. So no age. That age is not a limit for you. The next one.
I think to go on that question, I think you need to set small goals for yourself, and that way you achieve those goals. And as we know in psychology and everything else, as you achieve smaller goals, your confidence rises in your ability to do those things. So your confidence probably is lacking right now because it's hard for you. There's certain things that you can't do. So whenever you fail and fail and fail, your confidence keeps on lacking, but you will eventually achieve that small goal. So I mean, depending on whatever it is, if it's a handstand or if it's a Shushinova, whatever you're trying to do, set a small goal for yourself. Just mastering that, and then your confidence will build.
I'm going to
Let's do one more.
And we're going to do one more question, and then we're going to come back to you guys and do the rest tomorrow. My next question is from Amanda Thompson, and she just had a baby 3 weeks ago, and she wanted to take time off. She took time off from the gym, and she was wondering, when it comes to losing belly fat, what is the best nutrient advised?
You have to slim down.
To slim down that mid session. The best nutrient is you have to eat clean. You have to eat clean. You have to have a nutritional plan in place. You have to have a strength training program in place, and you also have to have a cardio program in place. I mean, you have to combine these three in order for you to be able to lose that belly fat. I mean, there's no other way around it. You cannot just think about by doing sit-ups, doing all these kinds of exercises for your stomach, that's what's going to do it. You have to have a combination of those three things in order for you to get rid of that. I mean, I've seen a lot of girls that have had babies, and then they bounce back right away into that shape that they were before. So just make sure that you have a good nutritional plan. You're doing your cardio, you're doing your strength training, and you're gonna see that belly fat going away again. So do not get discouraged about it. It's just about work. Like I said, I always say this: everything takes a little bit of work, but once you do it, you're gonna be fine.
You gotta stay consistent with it too. It's gotta be 6 meals a day, whatever your nutritional plan. You can't go off of it 1 day a week. I mean, it's gotta be consistent with everything you're training and nutrition and your cardio.
So we're just gonna answer those questions for now. I have some more questions that we're gonna answer tomorrow. I just wanted to keep it short and simple. I hope this helped you guys. If you have any more questions, you can email us at Trent@offchallenge.com. You can ask us questions there as well. We're gonna try to do this, every week, because I think it's important for us to share, our knowledge with us. I mean, we're not doctors. We just the experience that we have in the sport is what has helped us, help others as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this with the family here. Toby is the nutritionist of the house, and he gotta be in all the videos. So have a good night, and we will be talking to you guys and answering the rest of these questions tomorrow. Thank you so much, and stay fit, stay strong, and live well. Thank you.